Oh, okay. We're live. I'll just wait for... Ooh, let me send that link out. Welcome. I see someone just joined. Thank you for coming for Sunday Restorative. All right, and we will get started in about 5 minutes. Feel free to gather your props. I've got rolled up blanket today for my bolster. I've got another blanket in case I get chilly, some pillows, a book for a block, or just whatever you feel like you might need to get cozy today. I have my sweater, my fuzzy socks. I'm excited for this Sunday afternoon, evening restorative practice. In just a few more minutes, make sure everyone got the link. Perfect. I hope everyone's had a good weekend so far. Is enjoying the holiday today, if it's a holiday you celebrate. It's been a pretty low-key day at the Ref household. Slept in, kind of did some fun work around the house all day, so I'm excited to end my day, or start my evening rather, with a restorative practice to continue that. We'll get started in just a few more minutes. Welcome. I see someone else joined. I'm checking YouTube on here as well. If you've got your props with you, awesome. If you don't, make sure you grab a few pillows, a bolster, a blanket, maybe a book for a block, and just something cozy to practice in for this relaxing, cozy Sunday evening restorative. And we'll wait just another moment to get started. All right. It looks like it is 4 p.m., so we will get started. So let's get started with a little grounding and breathing. So find a comfortable seat, either on your knees or in cross-legged position. I'm going to pop this pillow or this blanket folded up right under my hips for a little lift. If that feels good for you, go ahead, take that. If there's something else that's more comfortable, we'll be here for a moment. So just whatever you think you can sustain. Really just start to settle in. Settle into your mat, your body. Stack your head over your heart over your hips. You can place your hands either palms up or palms down on your knees. Palms down if you need to feel a little more grounded today, and palms up if you need to receive a little more energy. Let your eyes come to a soft gaze in front of you or flutter all the way closed. Bring your attention inward. Focus on the inhales and the exhales and the rise and fall of the belly with each cycle of breath. Relax your eyebrows, relax your temples, relax your jaw. Let your shoulders melt down your sides. Start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales by just 1 second, making them just a little deeper. Let's find a little more length, lengthening the inhales and the exhales by just a little more. Take a scan of the body, starting from the crown of the head, moving all the way down to the toes. Keeping your breath long, these deep breaths that we've fostered from the beginning. And just take a scan of the body. If you hit a point on the body that is maybe a little tight or feeling a little different than it's felt yesterday or the last time you came to your mat, send the breath to that area. Just inhale, imagine the breath moving to that area. And on the exhale, imagine exhaling all of that tension out of your body. We don't need that. Let's remove it from our practice today. Know that the tension can be physical. It can manifest in the shoulders and the hips. But it can also manifest in your different chakras if you're feeling something funny in your heart space or in your stomach. Use this opportunity to bring the breath there and then let go whatever you're holding on to. Let it just release it out of your body. When you reach the end, you've done a full scan of the body. Let's all breathe in together with a count of 4 and hold at the top for 3 seconds. Then we'll breathe out for a count of 5. So it'll go, exhale all your stale air out to start. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take a few more cycles of breath like this, inhaling for 4, holding for 3, and exhaling for 5. Feel free to make this your own. If you want to lengthen or shorten any of the times I've given, find what feels authentic to you. Wherever you are, exhale all your stale air out and flutter your eyelids open. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Go ahead, grab your left wrist with your right hand, pull it up and over for a side body stretch. Breathe into your left rib cage. Come on back up to center. Change wrists. Left hand grabs right wrist. Pull up and across. And come on back to center. Let both hands float back down. You can take a chest bind here. Interlace fingers behind your back and pull the knuckles back toward the back of the room. Here, I'll turn to the side so you can see me. If you can, squeeze your palms together. If you need your palms to be open, that's okay. And lift the sternum just slightly here. And release your fingers. Shoulders come up to the ears. Squeeze them all the way back and drop. One more time. Shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze all the way back and drop. And let's move all the way over to our tabletop position. So if you've taken that blanket or prop under your hips, go ahead and move it to the side. Drop your wrists under shoulders, knees under ankles. Inhale, drop the belly. Chest shines forward, hip points back and up. And exhale, curl through the spine. Dome the back, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Chest shines forward. And exhale, curl through the spine. We'll take a few of these on your own. Option to stay in traditional cat-cow. Option to take a different variation, maybe coming all the way back, making big circles, maybe coming side to side. Whatever feels good for you here, maybe threading the needle, go ahead and take that. If you've taken any option other than the traditional in one direction, make sure you take it in the other, even it out. And we'll meet back in a neutral tabletop. Go ahead, we'll take a puppy pose here. So I'm gonna have you pop your elbows down where your wrists were. So your elbows will be underneath your shoulders. And push the hips back and up. Let the chest drop toward the mat. Maybe let your forehead rest on the mat if that feels good. Feel the chest opening. Come up onto your fingertips and dome your palms, engaging your forearms. And let the chest drop closer to the mat. Come on back up to the hands. Take your time, rock the hips side to side. Flip your toes under, Sit your hips all the way back toward your heels. Press into your knuckles and go into your first down dog. Hips come back and up. And take your time here. Bend into one knee, then the other. Hip points shoot back and up. Lengthen the torso. If you're wearing a sweater like me, your face might get lost in a pouch of fabric. Really take a moment here. You can lift one leg, then the other. You can stack your hips. You can make circles. Whatever feels good here. All we're doing is getting the body just a little warm and loose before we settle into our restorative postures. Start to walk your hands behind your wrists for a ragdoll pose. Reach for opposite elbows. You can gently bend the knees. Rock back and forth and side to side with the upper body. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head maybe. Really let everything go here. Then slight bend in your knees. Start to roll up, stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Head and neck, last thing to come up. Inhale, sweep your hands high. Exhale, come all the way back down. Hands through heart center. Plant the hands on the mat. Step down into the plank for just a second and then lower your knees to the mat. All right, let's get started in our first restorative posture of class. So we're going to start here, feet in Baddha Konasana. So I'm going to go ahead and actually sit on this book. You can use a pillow, you can use a blanket just for a little hip lift. So feet in Baddha Konasana. So the soles of my feet are together, and we have a few different options here. You can, if this is really intense on your legs, on your hips, you can slide pillows underneath each knee, if that feels good. What we're going to do is we're going to come up and drape the body over. So you want props stacked up in front of you so that you can place your forehead on comfortably on your props with your arms at your sides and really relax. So if your head is hovering, that means you're probably going to be engaging your abs, engaging your muscles, and you don't want to engage anything here. So I like to stack everything up and then just collapse till I'm totally relaxed all the way over, forehead rested on my props. Take your time to set yourself up here. Relax the eyebrows and the jaw. Let the shoulders melt down. Relieve your hips of any tension. Feel your belly expand toward your props, toward the tops of your thighs with every inhale and retract with every exhale. And just check in with yourself. Is there one more thing you can relax here? One more thing you can let go of? No need to work. We have our vinyasa practice, our more active asanas for that. This is restorative, so see just how little work you can do. Using the strength of your hands, gently press yourself to roll all the way back up to a seated position. You can remove your props, place them to the side of you, and remove whatever you're sitting on from underneath your hips. So if you have a block, take your block and place it by the top of your mat to where your head will go, or anything else that's not super squishy, something that's going to feel firm. So maybe it's a folded sheet. Go ahead and take your bolster or stand-in bolster in my case. I'm going to roll this blanket up like so and place it right in front of the block. So you've got the block here, maybe 5 inches in front of your bolster. And then go ahead. Option here to have legs in Baddha Konasana for more of a Supta Baddha Konasana, or legs straight out. Whichever you choose. Option always to bring pillows underneath your knees if you feel like they need a little bit of a lift. And also know if your body's starting to cool down, keep that blanket on hand. You can always cover yourself up and tuck yourself in. So from here, you're going to lay all the way back down for an easy back bend. And let the back of your head rest on your book, your prop, your block. Arms can come out to the sides at a T for a gentle, easy back bend in Supta Baddha Konasana or with legs out straight. Take your time getting there. There's no rush. If you get into the position and you realize it's not comfortable or you need to readjust, take your time and get yourself into a position that you can hold for the next several minutes. We're about halfway through. Check in with yourself. Is there just one more thing you can let go of? Maybe a clenching in the jaw, a curling forward, a resistance in the shoulders, the hips. What else can you melt just a little more into the mat? By letting go, not by doing anything to press it down. Can you give up control of just one more part of the body? I think you can. Okay. Gently roll over onto your right or left side and come on up to a seated position. So we're going to take another we'll take our first side position of class. So if you had a book there or anything under your head, go ahead, remove that. And we're going to keep the bolster here. So come to sit on one side and bring your pillow with you. So a pillow, a blanket, whatever feels good. From here, you're going to lay down with your rib cage coming over the side. I'm going to slide back up this way because the wall is going to be in my way. So your rib cage will come over the side and your bottom arm will come long. So you can either start on the left or right side, whatever's more comfortable for you. So with this bottom arm down, your rib cage up, coming up over to bend on the side, you'll place your pillow, your blanket, or whatever prop on top of your arm and rest your ear on top of the prop. Bring your other arm all the way over top to rest on top of your ear. Your palms should kiss up above your head. You can place a pillow in front of you if you need it. If you don't need it, that's okay. You don't have to use it. And rest your top knee in a bent position over front. So arms up overhead, ear on your prop, and let that leg come out in front. For a nice side body restorative posture. Again, take your time getting here. Take your time setting up. We'll be here for a hot second, so really relax into this pose. Let go of anything you might be holding on to in the inner thigh, in the jaw, in that bottom shoulder. Resist the urge to control this or to keep yourself in perfect form. The floor is there to support you. Your props are there to support you. My voice is here to guide you. There's nothing else you have to do. Just be. Using the strength of your hands, slowly push yourself over up onto your arm. So you're kind of resting on the elbow here. Remove your prop to the side. You're going to remove the bolster and the pillows. Keeping this leg, whatever leg you have on top, keeping that out to the side, we're going to roll all the way over onto the stomach. So the leg that was forward, the leg that was just on top, is going to be coming out to the side bent with your inner thigh resting on the ground. So all the way over on the stomach, and bring the arms, so the forearms are going to be facing down, one palm on top of the other. Go ahead, turn the opposite cheek to rest on the back of those hands so that your face is in the same direction as the leg that's out to the side. And this is it for the next pose. So get comfortable. Find a position here. Find a variation of this you can hold. Let yourself melt back into the mat. Let your hip melt into the mat, your chest. This is a variation of a pose a lot of people take naturally. You see a lot of kids sleep this way. It's just a natural extension of what your body already wants to do. All you have to do is surrender to it. I have about a minute left here. See if there's just one more thing you can let go of. Slowly reach that leg back out behind you so both legs are straight behind you. Bring your forehead to the top of your hand, or the back of your hand, and rock your head back and forth for a third eye massage. Crawl your forearms in toward your sides. Your arms are flat in front of you in Sphinx pose. Really relax your hips down into the mat. We're not going to be here for long. Just enough for a little release of that low back. If it feels good, take your head to the left. For a little more, you can jut your jaw out. You're in front. And bring the head back to center. Turn the head to the other side. Jut that jaw out for a little more stretch. You should feel this right along the side of the neck. And come on back to center. Tuck the chin just slightly to find length in the back of the neck. You can press down into your elbows. Press down into your palms. Nothing crazy, just a gentle press. And then bring the hands, come on back down, bring the hands out to the side. Whatever hand you had on top, alternate, pop the other hand. You're going to turn your face to face the opposite direction, lay your opposite cheek down, and bring the opposite knee out to the other side. We'll take the same stretch on the other side, or the same posture rather. Just check in with this side. Does it feel any different than the other side? Maybe it feels the same. That's okay too. Just check in. Were there any parts of your body that had trouble relaxing on the other side? If so, check in with those and just let them go. The floor is here to support you. The earth is there underneath you. There's nothing you need to do except relax. Slowly start to crawl that back leg back. Bring your forehead to the tops of your hands and rock side to side for a little third eye massage. Option here to pop into Sphinx pose again, or if you need a little more, to come all the way up to full cobra. You're going to bring your hands to just in front of about a foot in front of your hips. Let your hips sink down into the mat. Lifting the chest up, you should feel the low back release as the hips fall into the mat. If this brings any discomfort to the low back, come back down to Sphinx. Try to find relaxation in the legs during this pose. Softness in the face. We're not here for long. And slowly come on back down. We're going to take the same side pose we took, but on the other side. So find your props again. Find your bolster, rolled up blanket, your pillow. You're going to come to lay all the way on the side. Let the ribs of the opposite side from the time you did the first time rest on the bolster. Your bottom arm flush against the mat. The pillow or prop on top of that arm. Rest your ear there, and the top hand comes hands to kiss overhead. Pillow out in front of your top leg, and it bent sitting on top of that leg. Just take your time getting set up. Take your time getting comfortable here. As we take the other side in this side body stretch, or restorative pose rather, not really stretch. If you need your blanket to cover yourself up and get cozy, go ahead and take it. If your mind starts to wander, know you can always bring it back to the breath. Feel the rise and the fall of the belly with every inhale and every exhale. Counting the inhales and the exhales. We're not here for much longer. See if there's just one more thing you can let go of here. Is it the inner thigh, the shoulders, the jaw? Remember, you don't need to attack everything at once. Just check in, see if there's anything else you can let go of. Using the strength of your hands, slowly press yourself back up to a seated position. You can remove your props. Place them to the side temporarily. Maybe have your blanket next to you in case you need it. And come all the way back down to lay on the back. Pop the knees in toward the chest. Feel free to take a happy baby here if you need just a little bit of movement. No need if you don't want to, but know that that's always available. We're going to do a twist here. So bring your knees into your chest and then let both knees fall all the way to the right side. Arms come out either to goalpost arms with bent elbows or all the way out to a T. Gaze up at the ceiling or toward the left fingers. Resist the urge to hold in the abs. Resist the urge to let the shoulders climb up toward the ears. Let everything go. Using your hands to guide them, welcome those knees back into the chest. You can rock side to side here. If you need to take another happy baby, go ahead and take a happy baby. And then take the knees into the chest. Let them fall all the way over to the left side. And arms come out either to those goalpost arms or to a T. Gaze up at the ceiling or out toward the right fingertips. Keep the inner thighs relaxed. Your legs might want to slide apart, and that's okay. Release any tension in the palms or the fingertips. in the jaw or the eyebrows. Sometimes when we relax one area, it manifests in a different spot. So just pay attention. Using your hands to guide them. Welcome those knees back into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. We're going to take a restorative bridge pose from here. So grab for either a block or some kind of more firm prop here. Crawl the heels in toward the hips. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath. Lift the hips by dropping the heels down into the mat and let the sacrum sit on top of your prop. So that should be right at the base of your spine. Relax your inner thighs. Feel the pressure on the low back, releasing that low back. Relax your shoulders here. In the active pose, we would be actively pressing heels down into the ground, but no need to do that here. This is the restorative version, a little bit different. As we've said all class, just see how little work you can do. There's so few things where we're allowed to just do as little work as possible. So enjoy that. Take advantage. Savor the opportunity of knowing that the less work you do, the more benefits you'll receive. And drop weight down into your heels to lift the hips up. Go ahead, remove that prop. We're going to move into our final resting position of class. So we have two options here. If you feel like you need to finish with the little legs up the wall, go ahead and set yourself up for that. Bringing your hips to a wall and your legs go straight up the wall while you're laying back down. Or you can join me in taking a more traditional restorative shavasana. So your legs will come out long, pop pillows under each knee, feet splayed to either side. Lay all the way back down. Covering yourself up with a blanket if your body has cooled down and you feel like you need that to get a little more cozy in this final shavasana. You can also wrap the blanket around your feet and your legs if you've taken legs up the wall. Let your palms fall to your sides, facing the ceiling, and fully surrender in your final restorative resting pose. Relax the eyebrows, the jaw, the temples. Let your shoulders melt down into the mat. Release anything you're holding in your abdominals, your thighs, your calves, or your ankles. And relax. Let any tension in the fingers or the toes dissipate. Final shavasana is yours for as long as you'd like it. If you're not ready to be guided out yet, just close your computer, your phone, or just stay in shavasana. But if you're ready to be guided out, start to bring some gentle movement to your fingers and to your toes. Find some circles with your wrists and your ankles. Let the head drop from side to side. Become aware of the cool air in the room around you, hitting the back of your throat with every inhale. When you're ready, sweep your arms up overhead. Stretch in both directions, hands and feet in opposite directions for a full body stretch. Roll over to your right or left side, using the bicep as a pillow. Final Shavasana represents the death of our practice. Here in fetal pose, we mark the new life that we bring out off of our mats and into the world with us. Using the strength of your hands, press yourself all the way up to a seated position, taking your time or in no rush. Bring your hands closed, palm to palm at heart center. The love, the light, the teacher, and the student in me honors the love, the light, the teacher, and the student in every one of you. Bring your hands to third eye center and bow forward. Namaste. Thank you, everyone who jumped on and joined practice today. I'm so grateful to still be practicing with you all, and I'm so grateful to everyone who's been practicing with me. So have a great rest of your Sunday. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will be emailing a list of classes this week out to the group tonight. So if you have any time preferences, style preferences, shoot me an email, shoot me a message. Namaste. Have a great night, everybody.